everyone. Welcome to the third session of Scales and Chords. The last two sessions we talked about how to make a major scale and a minor scale, and the differences where the half steps fall. There's two sets of half steps in all the scales. The ones besides pentatonics and some exotic jazz chords, if you will, jazz scales rather. But all your major, your minors, there's two sets of half steps. So today what I want, in the first session we talked about major, and then the second session we talked about minor. And today we're going to start building a triad. So we're going to see how that works. So we're going to keep it easy. We're going to stay in the key of C. And remember that when we talked about, here's a 2-octave scale starting in C. And we talked about doing everything in numbers. Okay? C is 1, D is 2, E is 3, F is 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1 again. Okay? That's how you relate to your notes. No do, re, mi, or any of that stuff. It's all about numbers. Okay? So, when you hear people talk about a 5 chord in the key of C, well, that chord is built off the 5th degree of the scale, which is built off of G. A 4 chord is built off F. So let's build a chord off the 1. Oh, forgot the 8 timer. There it is. I don't want to go over, or else my camera will shut off on me. Anyway, so let's build in the key of C. We are in the key of C, so the C chord is referred to as the 1 chord because it's built off the 1st degree of the scale. Okay? So here is, and so there are intervals, which are any 2 notes are intervals, you know, whether it's a half step, a whole step, a third, a fourth, a diminished fifth, or a tritone, fifth, augmented fifth, sixth, flat 7, you know, from C, right? Relating it from C, you know, there's a major 7th from C, and then C again. So a major scale, a major triad is a major interval followed by a minor interval, okay? So in the C triad, the notes are C, E, and G. 1, 3, 5, okay? So from 1 to 3 is a major third, which is 4 half steps. C, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then from E to G is a minor third, which is 3 half steps. 1, 2, 3. So that's your C triad, your 1 chord in the key of C, okay? And this would look like this. Here's C, here's E, here's G, okay? So let's try another chord. Let's build a 4 chord, okay? So that starts on the 4th degree of the scale. So a 4 chord in C starts on the 4th degree of the scale. So that would be F. That would be F. Okay. Hold on. Let me get rid of some of these lines here. Okay. So that would be F, A, and C. So 4 half steps to a major third. So 1, 2, 3, 4 would be your A, and then 3 half steps from the 3rd to the 5th. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So you're here and you're here, and that would look like this: F, A, C. Okay. So then, let's look at a 2 chord. Let's look at a 2 chord in the key of C. Okay. So a 2 chord is built off the 2nd degree of the scale in the key of C. What's the 2nd degree of the scale? Here's the 1st. Here's the 2nd. D. So we're going to build a chord off D. So you've got to remember that we're stuck using the notes in the C scale. So what's going to happen on a 2 chord is since here's D, there's 5. There's 1, 3, 5, D minor. Okay, so we can't. Since it's a minor chord, since we have to stay with the notes, all the white notes, because we're in the key of C, it wouldn't be the F sharp, which is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 half steps up to the major third. F sharp is not in the key of C, but F is. So we go 1, 2, 3 major third, a minor third rather, and then from 3 to 5 in a minor chord is a major third. It's just the reverse of a major. Okay? So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4 half steps. So there you have. So the 2 chord, and it would look like this. Okay? D, F, and G if you wrote that out. Okay? The 2 chord in a major scale is a minor chord. Okay? Because we have to stay with all the notes that are in the key, right? The same goes for the third. Here's the 3 chord in a major scale is also a minor chord. So we built that off E. 1, here's 1, 2, 3. Okay? So if you build a chord off the 3rd degree, this would be 1, up a 3rd, 3, 5. Okay? Again, the 3rd is minor because we don't want a G sharp would be a major third from E to G sharp would be a major third, but G sharp's not in the key, so we have to go for the G, okay, which is a minor third. 1, 2, 3 half steps up, and then from G to B is our major third, 4 half steps. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that would look like this spelled out. Okay, and then we're up to our 5 chord. Our A minor is a minor chord in the key of in a major key. The 6th chord is, and 7 is a diminished. Okay, because we have to stay in the key of C. So if B, this is the 7th degree of the scale right here. Okay, and if we're going to build a chord off B, our notes are going to be B, D, and F. So with the diminished chord, you have 2 intervals that are minor. Okay, so up to the 3rd is 1, 2, 3. From D to F is 1, 2, 3. Is two intervals that are minor, 2 minor intervals put together. So major chord is a major third and a minor third. A minor chord is a minor interval to a major interval, and a diminished is minor and minor. So basically what you could do is if you go to any note, let's pick E flat. So let's say E flat, we're in the key of E flat. So E flat is our 1, okay? And on the last lessons we talked about building a major and a minor scale. Go through every note. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Go through every key and however long it takes you, figure out what the major scale is, okay, and what the minor scale. Review the stuff that we did in the last 2 in sessions 1 and 2 of scales and chords, and that'll go through that for you. So now we're in E flat. So our major scale is from 1 to 2 is a whole step, from 2 to 3 is a whole step, from 3 to 4 is a half step, from 4 to 5 is a whole step, 5 to 6 is a whole step, 6 to 7 is a whole step, and back to 1 again, 7 to 1 is a whole step. So there are our notes in an E flat scale, okay? So if we wanted to figure out what our E flat 1 chord is in the key of E flat is E flat, and it's a major chord. So we count up a major third, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's the 8 timer. So we count up from E flat, we count up 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's our 3rd. Okay. 1, 2, 3. There's our 5th. Okay. And F, A flat, C would be our 2 chord, and so on. And you can go through every scale. And if you get the scales, go through all your majors and all your minors. Get that under your belt. I can't emphasize that enough, because if you do that, learning chords will be so much easier for you. And chords are all built off scales. It starts with scales. That's where it all starts, okay? So anyway, thanks for stopping by. I love hearing from everybody. Shoot me an email at fred@fredstickleymusic.com, and send me any comments, any corrections. Any new exotic instruments you may have heard of that I may not know of. Anyway, I love hearing from people all over the globe. It's just fantastic to read everybody's emails in the morning. I really appreciate it. So, till the next time, thanks for stopping by.